Raising athletes, the things that causes all dads to go bald and moms to buy minivans, empowering parents to help their kids succeed. I am so excited about this show, and before I sort of launch into things, I first want to say thank you to everyone who's watching or listening right now, because if you are watching or listening and it's within the first few weeks of launching the show, that means you know me in some capacity. Friend, family, colleague, you coached, maybe I coached your kids or coached against you, or we've known each other from somewhere in the sports world, or whatever the case may be. There's some type of relationship there, and I'm grateful. Thank you so much for just sort of taking the moments of your life, precious moments of your life, to listen or watch this, and maybe even give me some feedback. I'm grateful for it. And also, I want to say I am thankful for every one of you guys who will eventually be in this room, because many of you guys I plan on asking to join me in the studio to cover some really important topics, and because I'm fortunate to actually have either played with or coached with or I know people who are just experts on certain subjects and have either played at a very, very high level, or they're in some type of professional environment where they really are considered publicly the expert on certain subjects. And so I'm going to be bringing these people in here, and so before, just gear up. Just buckle your seatbelts. Expect a call. It's going to come. And so for those of you who I'm going to be inviting, I'm going to in advance say thank you as a way of obligating you to get into this studio, because again, we're going to be covering some really important subjects for a lot of people, and it's going to be a really, really great ride. Now, a little bit of context of who I am. Like, why should you be listening to Raising Athletes, hosted by me? My name is Rob Taormina. So here's a little bit of background of me and why I feel like this is going to be a really great topic for me to sort of host and moving forward, bringing in lots of great people. Number one, I'm a dad. So I am a parent. My kids just started high school, and I'm a dad of triplets, which offers a whole nother dynamic as well. And so I'm a parent of triplets. My kids play competitive sports, multiple sports as well, which is also a really great, unique perspective, is they play competitive travel sports, multiple sports, which is awesome. So we can really dive deep into those various sports. Also, I'm a former athlete myself. I'm a former Division I full scholarship athlete. I can sort of share my experiences of how I was recruited and that whole process there. And then, fortunately, I was also mentored by some of the best in the business. I was a baseball player, and the coaches that I've had, when I was playing, honestly, they were incredible. And I will say this now, and I'm going to say this probably many times in the future, in future episodes. There were times in the moment where I don't think I realized how good I had it, as far as the level of high-end intelligence, invested coaches and mentors. Looking back, I realize now especially how amazing they were. So we're going to be bringing some of those people into the conversation here as well. And then over the last many years, actually, I've served as the executive director of a prominent, well-established athletic association that's been around since 1975, and it's responsible for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids every single year, and it helped to mentor tens of thousands of kids since 1975. So I've got this is my world, and I get to speak with a lot of people, and being that my kids are athletes now in the competitive world, and starting that journey into maybe even playing past high school, I'm also able to pull from the relationships that I'm able to build over the years as a current athletic executive director of this youth association. So it's going to be a great journey here as we navigate the challenges of raising athletes. Now, as our tagline says here, empowering parents to help their kids succeed. Ultimately what it boils down to, we want our kids to be successful. And for me, and why I've immersed myself into this world, is I'm a big advocate of using athletics as a vehicle to teach kids important character traits that enables them to have the best chance of success later on. It gives them things in their sort of character trait toolbox, if you can use that sort of terminology, so that they can pull from that to help them, give them an edge to be successful in other areas of life. Because athletics is very unique. in that and I believe this, it's the only environment, number one, that you could teach kids how to lose. That is not something that you hear about. They don't teach that in classrooms. You don't hear about a lot of people teaching that at home. You don't hear that a lot about teaching them in internships and other mentor sort of based environments. But in athletics, it's unique. You get to teach kids how to lose. That's a big part of it, and we'll get into that, down the road. But you get to teach them discipline, hard work, working well with others. There's a huge list of benefits to kids if they play athletics in that sort of age group, when they're young, through at least through high school. They get to develop these skills that later on in life, when they're in the real world and they're getting a job or they have their families, right? And these are character traits that will enable them to have a higher percentage of success than someone who has not experienced that stuff. So I love athletics as a vehicle to do that. So we're going to be covering the psychological and leadership benefits of raising athletes, in addition to the process and benefits of raising athletes potentially where they get to maybe target playing in college. There's a great list, and I'm really looking forward to nailing down everything. We're not going to be covering everything at once. This is going to be a journey, and this is not something that I'm going to be sharing with you alone. I'm going to be bringing in others who are in fact experts, people who've gone through the process, or people who are currently teaching people and guiding people through the process. We're going to be bringing on coaches from every single level, whether it be the travel ball level to the various school levels and even college, and bring them into this conversation so that you can hear firsthand from them what their expectations are when they're recruiting players. So it's going to be an incredible journey, and I'm grateful for it because, yes, is this a passion project? 100%. I'm immersed into it, and my journey is something that you guys are going to benefit from because I'm so immersed into it, because I want my kids to have the best chance of success as well. So I'm going to be uncovering every possible little nook and cranny and stone, everything, to reveal what are the best methods, best paths to success. What are the best training tools? What worked? How about this? What didn't work, so that you don't waste your time? Raising athletes is a resource for parents that either are just starting to think about that process. Maybe they're young. Maybe you've got kids that are like 4 and 5 years old, and you're looking for a sort of a guide as parents, or maybe just basic tips. What's the best thing I can do as a mom and as a dad to raise a really great athlete, but who's just a great leader, right? You don't have to have big, ambitious dreams for their athletic career. Maybe you're also like me, where it's like, you know what? I see athletics as an opportunity to teach my kids great life lessons. And so we want you guys to be part of this conversation. This is an important topic. This is going to be a platform where we are going to discuss everything. We're not going to hold back, and we're going to reveal all of the truths as it relates to raising athletes, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it's all three, people. It really is. And so just like I'm really looking forward to my kids' journey as they navigate high school and maybe into college, I'm looking forward to navigating this journey with you and raising athletes together. So join me on Raising Athletes. Let's build up this community, and the best way of doing that is sharing this with other parents. Build it, get them to subscribe to the show in any format, reach out, because I want to include you. This is not just my journey. This is our journey of raising athletes. We'll see you next time.